may God uphold thee. We lay our future in thy hands. Holy, party together we'll always stand. All talo galuwede, tuliambale ngule, tuliambale ngule, tuliambale ngule. All talo galuwede, tuliambale ngule, tulivimba mu Uganda. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown in the new Uganda. People power, our power, our power, people power. Era omukama katukusaba pulezidenti waffe wa Uganda takomera kudomu kusatu ng'agenda okubeera nga yeewandiisa nga presidential candidate owa NUP omusobozese olunaku olwaluyite mu bulungi. Era omukama katukusaba mukama waffe omwogezi w'ekibiira Joel Ssenyonyi yeesimbyewo ku bubaka bwa parliament omusobozese awangule n'ebitundu 98 ku buli kikumi bonna bavuganya nabo bonna bakube era alangirirwe nga MP kubanga abaddeko ebbanga lyonna n'abalala bonna bonna beesimbyewo obasobozese omukama katonda obawa obuvumu bawangule fenna nga tuwangula NUP egere mu kitebe ky'eggwanga Uganda ne Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu abeere nga ye pulezidenti era tumusuubira ojja musobozesa aggulewo palamenti ye11 ku bw'obuyinza bwo.
Thank you, Mr. Update. Honorable Muhammad Sekinya. Mr. Update, the Development, Mr. Update. But they know the money. I would like to welcome all our leaders, our members, our supporters that are in this place. Thank you for coming through. Greetings from our team leader, Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. It's set for 3rd November. I hope that the rest of us are getting set for the nomination of our presidential candidate, Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Very quickly, before I invite my colleague leaders, one, we have seen as a party the continuous arrest of our members, our supporters by police and the army with the intent to intimidate them, with the intent to instill fear in them. Some have, luckily been able to come out of jail. Some are still there. We are doing everything possible to make sure that they do come out. But our call to police and the army is, look, being a supporter of NUP, being a supporter of Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu is not a crime. Being desirous for change is not a crime. There are people who are committing crimes in this country. Our call to police is to go and arrest these people. There are people who are grabbing land in this country. Go and arrest those corrupt people. There are people who are brutalizing Ugandans, who are violating our country's constitution by making out all manner of untold suffering. Those are the criminals that you should be going to arrest, police and the army. We, of course, like I'm saying, this is done to try and intimidate our people. But ours is to remain as strong as we possibly can, to remain as resolute. All these things get to happen when a dictatorship like this that we are living in is afraid. It's afraid. So let's get stronger. Let's get a lot more determined. These, as far as we are concerned, are kicks of a dying horse. This morning, we are going to unveil the official poster of Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, who is going to be the presidential candidate for the National Unity Platform. And our leaders will be doing that. But even as we get set to do that, we are concerned. We have concerns. You get to see within the city and other parts of the country posters of our presidential aspirant, soon to be presidential candidate, Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, being pulled down by police and the army. But on the other hand, we have seen posters of Mr. Museveni being put up by police and the army. It's a bit disturbing. We don't know. Well, it's possible that Mr. Museveni hired the police to put up posters for him. I don't know if police would allow to put up posters for Honorable Kyagulanyi. But the double standards are what is disturbing us as a party. That on the one hand, police is participating in pulling down posters of Honorable Kyagulanyi. They put them on their police trucks and take them God knows where. But at the same time, we see that the same police and the same army are participating in putting up posters of Mr. Museveni. You know, police, whenever we say that they are very biased and they are very partisan, they will deny and say, no, for us, we serve everybody. We are out to make sure that all Ugandans get to benefit from our services. We're not seeing that, unfortunately. So these are the double standards. And our call to the Electoral Commission, which is the superintendent of this process, is can we deal with these double standards? Because there are laws which provide that posters of aspirants don't get to be pulled down by especially their opponents. The Electoral Commission is looking on as Honorable Kyagulanyi's posters are being pulled down. Meanwhile, the same police and the army are putting up posters. We want to hear the Electoral Commission on these matters. We want them to speak out. We're not hearing them speaking out on these matters. We hear them talk about the roadmap and all the different things, and that's right. But as the in charge of the electoral process, we want to hear them speak out on these matters. Why are posters of one aspirant being pulled down? Meanwhile, posters of another aspirant are being pulled and put up by the same people who are pulling down those of the other. We hope that the Electoral Commission can be able to speak out. And they will say, well, we have not seen these things happening. You have seen them in the media, and we are telling you about them now. So let's not pretend like these things are not happening. The Electoral Commission was largely quiet when consultations of Honorable Kyagulanyi were being thwarted. And yet, at the superintendent came out to say, it's all right, it's provided for within the law. Go ahead and do this. So, Electoral Commission, please stop being quiet. If you are as independent as you say you are, speak out on these matters. Let's see you take charge, because you are in charge. You're supposed to be in charge of the electoral process. Ugandans many times have said the Electoral Commission is not in charge. And the EC comes out and says, no, we are actually in charge. We want to see you in charge. We want to see you coming out as the people that are taking charge of this whole process, for naming these acts and taking action. If you're in charge, if you are as independent as you say you are. You know, the Supreme Court in 2016 gave out 10 recommendations, not suggestions, in regards to how the electoral process can be run better, things to do with donations by the incumbent, the banks that are available to his office and how he gets to misuse them, and so on. All those 10 recommendations were not acted upon. The only thing that was acted upon was changing the name of the Electoral Commission from Electoral Commission to Independent Electoral Commission, as if that would make them independent. But anyhow, if they say they are as independent, let's see them take action on these matters. For the sake of our Uganda media houses, okusokera ddala ffe ng'ekibiina kukwata poliisi n'amagye bakyagenda mu maaso kikola okugezaako okutiisatiisa abawagizi baffe. Tukivumira kubanga abantu bano bakwata tebalina musango. Bibasanyufu nti abamu batandise okuvaayo, abalala bakyaliyo, balooya baffe bakola mutaweero okulaba nti abantu baffe bano bava mu makomera. Ne poliisi n'amagye tubasoomooza nga tukamba abantu bano be mukwata nga mubalanga okubeera nga bawagizi ba Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, bawagizi ba NUP. Bannaye okubeera omuwagizi wa NUP, okubeera omuwagizi wa Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, ogwo tekubeera musango. tulina bannaffe abakola emisango n'ebikolobero tusoomooza poliisi mugende mukwate abo ababba ettaka y'abantu abanaku, mukwate abo abamenyi b'amateeka, mugende mukwate abo ababba ssente z'omuwa omusolo, abo bamenyi b'amateeka, mugende mukwate abo abatulugunya bannayuganda, ate abo abamenya amateeka. Naye okuwagira NUP ne Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu ogwo tegubeera musango. Poliisi egenda negamba nti affe tulina kyekubiira tuweereza bannayuganda bonna nga bwe kirina okubeera, naye ate kati kino kiragira ddala poliisi n'amagye ate balina kyekubiira baba kumenyi b'emisango, naye ate ne balumba ne batulugunya abawagizi ba NUP olwokubanga bawagira NUP olwokubanga bawagira Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu okutali musango. So poliisi tuddamu basoomooza bwe mubanga temulina kyekubiira nga bwe mugamba, katubalabe nga muweereza bannayuganda bonna awatali kusosola, awatali gamba nti abana aba NRM ko tewali buzibu tebijja bakwatako, aba NUP ko tubakwata tubasibire ddala. Olunaku olwaleero tugenda kutongoza posta Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu gy'agenda okukozesa, ekifaananyi kyagenda okukozesa mu kampeyini. Naye nga bwe tutongoza posta eno, nga bwe tutongoza ekifaananyi kino, tulina okwemulugunya nga NUP. Tuzze tulaba poliisi n'amagye nga bawanula ebifaananyi bya Honorable Kyagulanyi, babijja mu kibuga ne babiteeka ku zikabangali zaabwe ne babitwala wati tunategeerawo bwe babitwala. Naye ate nga bwe bakola ekyo, tulabe poliisi n'amagye nga po kennyini be batimba ebifaananyi bya Mwami Museveni, ne tugamba sooka oleke. Poliisi n'amagye muli mu kuwanula ebifaananyi bya Honorable Kyagulanyi ne mubiwamba ne mubitwala, naye ate mu kutimba ebifaananyi bya Mwami Museveni abawagizi besibe be babitimba. Poliisi n'amagye be batimba ebifaananyi bya Mwami Museveni. Tunategeera kubanga oli bw'aba kuteerayo ebifaananyi oluusi olumuwaddeyo akasente ateke ebifaananyi naki, tunategeera oba poliisi Mwami Museveni yagiwadde akasente bamuteerayo ebifaananyi. Neffe ekisinga okutukyankalanya ng'ekibiina nti akakiiko k'ebyokulonda Electoral Commission akalina obuvunaanyizibwa ku nsonga zino tekavaayo nekavumirira, tekavaayo nekakwasisa omukono gw'ekyuma bakumenya amateeka, ate poliisi n'amagye tebalina kwetaba mu nsonga zino kubanga tebali kutimba bifaananyi bya Mwami Museveni. Akakiiko k'ebyokulonda bwe mubanga temulina kyekubiira, mufeeyo mwogere ku nsonga zino, mufeeyo muvumirire ebikolwa bino, mufeeyo kubanga n'obuyinza mubulina obusibisa abeetaba mu bikolwa bino. Kubanga mugamba nti mwetegeredda n'erinnya mwalikyusa okuva ku Electoral, tetulina kyekubiira. Bwe mubanga temulina kyekubiira, kuba bannayuganda babalumiriza nga bagamba nti ensonga ezimu temuzikwata bulungi, ensonga ezimu kiragira ddala nti mulina kyekubiira. Akakiiko k'ebyokulonda tubasoomooza ffenga NUP muveeyo okuvumirira abo abawanula ebifaananyi bya flag bearer waffe kuba pulezidenti, muveeyo muvumirire poliisi okwetaba mu politics kati nga batimba ebifaananyi bya Mwami Museveni, kubanga ekyo kibeera kikyamu. Akati kisse eri gyemuli nga akakiiko k'ebyokulonda, tuline tulabe kyemunaayogera era kyemunaakolawo. I'm going to invite our Deputy President in charge of Northern Region, who has just come back from